So the dispute between Glaucon and Socrates was the dispute of the nature of justice. Glaucon was saying that justice falls in the second category. It is only instrumentally valuable, and if we don't gain good reputation, we will stop behaving as moral persons. So Blindness is a novel written by José Saramago. Saramago was a Portuguese writer who got a Nobel Prize in Literature, and Blindness is one of his most famous and widely read work. So the plot or the story of the novel is very interesting and unique. It starts with an old man sitting in his car waiting for a traffic signal to turn green, and suddenly he goes blind. And then he goes to a doctor with the help of his wife, and his wife goes blind. The doctor goes blind too. So it's like from 1 to 2 and 2 to many, and slowly the reader realizes that it's an epidemic of blindness. And then these blind people, they are quarantined in a single building, and you have a blind world where everybody is blind. Now that is very unique and interesting to me. So Saramago creates a world of blind people where everybody is blind and nobody can see the other. And then he explores the human nature, the human condition. And I was thinking of the conversation between Socrates and Glaucon in Plato's Republic. I was thinking when Glaucon was saying that people act justly, unwillingly. They conform to the moral values only to have good reputation, only to maintain their social reputation. And he was asking this question, whether the value in being just is in appearance or is it beyond that. And in response, Socrates gave us these three categories, that there are some things which are intrinsically valuable. They are ends in themselves. You do them because you like to do. You take pleasure by doing those acts. So he gives us examples of joy and harmless pleasure for that matter. And then he gives us another category. He says that there are some things which are instrumentally valuable. You don't like doing those things, but they bring something of value as the outcome. They are means to an end. You can think about the job that you don't like to do, but you do it anyway because you know it will pay you. And money can be considered as something of instrumentally valuable too, because you cannot eat money, but you can buy food by spending money. And you can take an example of medicine, that repulsive medicine, you don't like to take it. It's bitter, but still you take it because you know it will heal you. But Socrates says that there is this third category, and these things are intrinsically valuable, but at the same time instrumentally valuable. He gives us example of sight. He says that if you can see, that's a beautiful experience. You can explore nature, you can see the things around you. That's a beautiful experience for its own sake. But also, if you can see, if you have sight, you will not be bumping into the walls. So the dispute between Glaucon and Socrates was the dispute of the nature of justice or the nature of moral values. Glaucon was saying that justice falls in the second category. It is only instrumentally valuable, and if we don't gain good reputation, we will stop behaving as moral persons. We will stop conforming to the moral values. But Socrates was saying that justice is in this highest category. It is good for its own sake, but also it is instrumentally valuable. But Glaucon was taking it as medicine. If you know that it will not matter even if you take medicine or you don't take it, then you will stop taking the medicine. So that is the thing that happens in the novel, that when people lose their sight and nobody can see the other, so now they know they can get away with everything. So even though Socrates was disagreeing with Glaucon, but there are many people who think like Glaucon and they are hiding under the veil. So when people go blind and everybody is blind, nobody can see the other. The true nature of human beings, it comes to the surface, and people are away from the pretensions. The order is disrupted. They hurt each other. They steal food from each other. The man, they rape woman. So that's what I was thinking while reading the first part. But to the end, I realized that you can say that there is an allegorical nature to the novel. And the specific thing that I thought about, I was thinking maybe Saramago was trying to make this Hobbesian point that governance, a system of government, is very important to human beings. They have these innate selfishness to them, and if you leave them on their own, they will not be living in peace. They will be stabbing each other. So we need a system of government. That's what I was thinking while reading the novel. But I was was a little disappointed to the ending. The ending was unsatisfactory to me. Maybe that's because I expected too much from the novel, a novel written by a Nobel laureate. But I didn't stop reading the book, and I think in its totality it's a beautiful experience to read this novel. And I must say it is in the third category of Socrates, that it is intrinsically valuable, that you will like reading the book, but also it is instrumentally valuable that it will make you think about things.